Seriously, is there a good reason why the dollar shouldn't remain in ascendancy? I think it was up over 6% on the dollar index this year.
Yeah, good morning. So yeah, obviously it's absolutely justified by the moves in rates we've seen over the past few months. Obviously, the US inflation data has stalled, the labour market stabilised, and obviously the bad news has just piled up and up and up in the eurozone, right? But I do also think that potentially the move is slightly overstretched, and I do actually see the dollar slightly weaker by the end of this year, just because I think that perhaps the markets are forgetting that the Fed still is in rate cutting mode. I do think we'll see some more progress towards 2% on inflation, and for me, I think that warrants more than the 1.5, 2 cuts that the market is looking for right now.
But yeah, I mean, there's many factors. Let me talk about the euro side of the trade as well. Let me get you to answer one of my earlier questions. Why shouldn't the bears on the euro, on the euro-dollar pair, why shouldn't they challenge parity?
I think parity is a very realistic option. To be honest, even though my view is that the euro should strengthen slightly towards the end of the year, I think in Q1, Q2, I think the 20th of January in particular, the inauguration day, that's a huge event. I think a crack at parity is certainly possible. If on day one, Trump comes out and he slaps tariffs on the eurozone and he goes full force with his economic policy, that parity is probably the most likely outcome in that scenario.
Yeah, who's driving them? I hear a lot about where the next vigilantes are going to turn up. Are they going to turn up on the OATs? Are they going to turn up and have a crack at the US bond market again? $1 trillion short. That was one was doing the rounds, as you know, a couple of months or so ago. Where do you think the most attention is at the moment for the biggest swings in Forex?
Biggest swings in Forex, I think it would have to be I think Trump's going to be, if there's going to be any big swings, any big bouts of volatility, it's going to be Trump-led. And the currencies that are sort of most sensitive, let's say, to Trump's trade policy would be Chinese yuan, and by proxy, the Australian dollar. The Eurozone, obviously, is a huge target for tariffs and everything else. And then there's neighbours, the Mexican peso and the Canadian dollar. A Canadian dollar in particular, I think if he stays true to his word and he slaps 25% tariffs on Canada, that would be devastating for the Canadian economy. I think 150 is a very realistic target in that situation.